Hey guys, Joshua Peterson here, Peterson Electric. Get to show you here the house that we showed you to rough in from about 4 months ago, back at the end of 2018. This video is just about March 2019. This is this custom home that we got to rewire here in Lafayette. Here's how it's turning out. This is the kitchen, and we wired everything here. We had our plates on there, but you can't see that because the tile guys are coming tomorrow, so we had to take our plates back off. One good example for doing a kitchen is doing these faceless plates with no screws. They snap on. I love this look on there. So when it's done, it has a very finished, fine look, especially when they get the tile. The other thing to keep in mind is running your lighting. This is your LED lighting right here, your tape. Kind of gives you an example. And down there as well. Can you see the counter here? It starts to show a glow through it on your kitchen lighting, and that's not much we can do with the reflection off, but it gives a diode look. Kind of makes it look like it's going deep there too. Interesting. But it gives that 3D effect. Some people don't like that, some people don't mind. This is their fixtures they picked right here. So an island of this nature is about 14 foot, and they wanted to put in 3 fixtures. We were hoping they would go something smaller, but that was their choice. This is a kitchen one they decided to go on. We're hoping for that one over there with 4 of them. So they did do right here a little garden sink, no disposal needed. We did have to have a plug by code, at least one serving one side of the island. Down low, you have to have one for your normal foot space, but I put 2. And then we decided to put another one here for them as well, just so that way they could have both sides. They are separate circuits as well. The other thing to keep in mind in your kitchen remodel is the layout of your vent hood. This one actually called for a top left, where mine at my house is top right. We left the width long enough. Down under here is going to be your plug-in for your dishwasher. If you see that extra blank space, that's because I left some extra wires there, because I have a feeling the inspector is going to call us out on this. There was not enough space here with the window seal to put an outlet. The code states that within 2 foot, or no further than 2 foot, you've got to start an outlet, okay? And then 4 foot thereafter, basically, if you're able to take an appliance and plug it in 2 foot that way or this way. So this, I think, is going to fail. If it does fail, I have a round pop-up box that's WRTR rated for counter with a spring action that sits fairly flush that you'll push and it'll come up and go down. It will have a rim to it, but if he fails us, we're going to have that one there. Then under here, you can see way back in here, I did another one right there. So I call it the cover your ass box. So I basically can come in there and put an extension ring and MC cable up and get into the counter outlet, and it will be acceptable for physical, you know, anything touching it, screwed against the wall, an MC cable or a flex or ENT Smurf pipe, Article 368 or whatever it is, 362, I can't remember. But that is going to be acceptable as well, so you can put in your pipe and then to the bottom of that box. I did it over here as well because, again, the architect was not thinking, and he was a bit of a bonehead because he decided to go big windows. Well, if they had pushed the windows higher, I would have had enough space to put them sideways. But by the time they figured that out, and I told them, it was already framed. So we did another outlet back here if you take these drawers out, and we did another outlet back down under here, and we can come up again, and then you can get a guy to drill it. And drill it, drill and drill. Now that's not going to be the best thing. I'm sure they won't want that. But if they fail us, at least I have my wires all ready to go, because these walls were foamed with insulation and sprayed, not a batting foam. So you will not be able to fish those walls whatsoever. This house is sound tight and also just warm. I mean, super tight by its R value. So anyway, so in your kitchen layout, make sure you're considering your voltage drop on your low voltage LED lighting, because this one daisy chains to this one goes all the way back over to here, and these 3 zones daisy chain together, but then go over here And I could, if I wanted to, separate the lighting if I wanted, but see, I have my 2 drivers down below, and I have an extra plug for her to charge if she has any equipment right here she wants to put in, and our switch for our can light as well for her. Other than that, this is a Sub-Zero, so this outlet had to be dedicated 20 amp. You're not going to be sharing a counter outlet with that. I know the code still lets you do that, but we never practice that. Never put a refrigerator on the appliance counter outlets unless it's a super tiny kitchen. This is an enormously sized kitchen, but it's a good layout. But yes, that has to be up high for this Sub-Zero. If it was down low, you would be fishing that wall. Other than that, there's going to be a microwave here, dedicated circuit, 2-pole, 40 amp dedicated wall oven. And then down here, this is only a cooktop and it's gas, but we went ahead and wired in a 110 and a 240 at 50 amp. This one over here is a 40 amp. This is an 8 kW, that's a 6 kW. Other than that, we also have just our general lighting. I'll go over that next. I think the video is getting long. So again, this, for my SEO guy and you guys, this is going to be just a basic kitchen layout, how it's going to look when it's done. Things to keep in mind when you're laying it out, things.